Yes, hello. This is Seak, Claus, Winkler. I'm an artist. This is an art performance. This is an artwork, this video. If I'm having a little, I don't know, like this, it's because I'm in the process of losing 30 kilos. I'm already, I started at 130 kilos. Now I'm at 123. I'm moving to less because back in the days I used to paint lots of wall paintings like these or like these, but since the last I would say 2.5 decades, like 25 years, I'm stuck painting canvases. And yeah, of course some sketches, but it's mostly canvas and studio work. And I'm hiding myself from the world because I want to paint and keep my style alive on canvas and wood and metal plates and everything. In the future I will also paint larger canvases again. On the other hand, who's buying that canvases? So in this video I'm trying to be me. And I'm not mentioning that I'm trying there you go. If I would explain you what I started to do since 2 years, I would maybe compromise my legal situation within the German system, because we don't have free speech, we have framing, and the system is basically a Moloch against people of my kind, people from Europe, and that's how it's constructed. And now it gets more and more evident. And when I was a child, I always came to the same conclusions on different. It always led to the same thing. So yeah, and the adults told me when I was 8 years old, roughly around that time, people will wake up when the times are more bad. The times are still too good. From the age, I would guess that the people who told me that are long gone. But yeah, now the times are bad and people still don't want to wake up. Anyways, I'm trying to give you some distraction with my art. Or maybe my art just looks like distraction and leads you to exactly where I want you to have. So even though my work looks universal or non-pro identity or pro-white ethnicity, la-di-da-di-da, on the first view, art in the subconscious has funny ways of inspiring. So I'm doing this video and I'm trying to be myself without not mentioning all the things I could easily with buzzwords get you up to speed, but then yeah, this video probably would taken down or risk my account. I mean, even if, yeah, so I can't be me, in fact, but this morning I already was shopping for groceries and I woke up 2 women. Yes, you can wake them, because I'm doing this wake up talk things now since 2.5 years, and I'm getting really good at it. And then maybe one boomer with his grandson. You never know with boomers because they're NPCs. Anyway, so I'm being me here, but within the limits that I'm completely stifled and crippled by communication and can't say what I want to say and how I would say it. Because maybe AI or my possible future clients don't want to hear that or can't stand that, living in another reality or trying to uphold that reality. No idea why they want to buy my art then. I don't know if maybe my work keeps them in that, magic wood. The German Red Pill protagonist Admiral Paul Saverho, shout out. I also mentioned him here on my wall. Honored him here. calls it this Zauberwald, the magic wood. It's like this blue pill fantasy world women are creating to comprehend the reality, the harsh reality, and create an parallel fantasy world where they're living into, to cope with everything. Anyway, so let's talk about art. If you stuck till here, I guess you're in it for the art. So of course we welcome also all the political spies and denunciants, you know, the leftists, the anti-whites, the system, the people here for business reasons. I'm not talking art business, getting inspired and getting ahead. I'm talking about those who are working for the big system to hold us down, to wipe us off the map, to be in control, to benefit from it, to fill their pockets, to surveil their own kind, and cater and serve to the enemy and to the invaders. Yeah. I can't. I want to be me, but I can't. You're not even getting a glimpse of who I am. This is the problem. My mind is I don't know. It's like how do I say? My baseline emotion is beyond fat. From my baseline thought process, I can't even see the fat posting parts of the internet. So this is basic. I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. This is my sketchbook. I have many of those black books, sketchbooks, travel books, however you want to call it. But this is mine. No, this is the one I have here right now. So it all starts always with sketches or drawings, or how do you want to call it? You know, there's different terms for the same thing. It's developing your own letters, or in my case, my letters, which then turn into machines, vehicles, structures, masculine structures with an historic connotation, or with suggest me things are like tank parts, military stuff, anything technical, which probably can digest and also into other things, like for example, maybe this is the top part or part of the end part of my male phallus or something, or this is like where I go in as a male or something, or it's like something like a tool or anything. So any form, even though this is an S, obviously has other connotations which go far deeper, and which, if I would go deeper, I could call the way I talk right now being an NPC. That it goes that deep, and it goes beyond what you want to hear about art, because my experience is that most people who bought art are super superficial. And if I be honest, I was also in a lot of cases superficial. For example, I adore and I love the work from people like Chris Voss, this sci-fi artist who did the spaceships, or Giga, or Hieronymus Bosch, Vermeer, Neo Rauch. There's lots of artists I really love. The countless comic book artists, painters I watched when I was small, in military and in my maritime and history books, all those illustrations and paintings, anything. The point is, at some point of overwhelming myself with perfection of what I like, what I want to achieve, I get into the zone of I can't focus anymore, and then I can't even. I'm so much into inner tension and fascination and awe and positive emotions that I can't also, if I would then have a pencil or draw something, I couldn't paint anything which comes close to that level, because I realize I reckon that at some point my concentration isn't that good, and that is that is me knowing myself, you know. So that's why, for example, I'm doing lots of provide activities, which for those who are here for police surveillance reasons, I'm doing art. So F yourself. I'm doing this also for you. In case you have any thoughts on ego investments, bubble bursts. Anyway, the point is that I usually come at some point to the conclusion that I'm completely overwhelmed, and then I'm taking that little inspiration I can use from something and integrate it. Like, for example, I like the work of certain cipher artists, so I paint like this, like Mac tech rusts built from spaceships which are in use and work in the universe. Those parts I can digest, I integrate, knowing that there's other artists before me who were much better in that, and I'm completely blending that out and giving myself credit. And like, let's say, I'm giving an example. Like, I see like the painters from the medieval times, and I think, wow, this is like, medieval painters, okay. And my ego gives me credit. I maybe get inspired, but probably copy them in one shape or form. But I'm feeling I'm over them. I'm better than them. I'm more optimal, or they're beneath me. La di da di da. Whatever that is. That's the ego giving credit. And then, okay, Maya is the next level. It's next higher, super high level. On the other hand, super boring in a way. I mean, how long you can watch that until you get bored. Okay, then like 5 or 10 years later, continuous painting or times X painting. I'm watching again. I'm then painting with brushes and painting in more details, because I painted like this also in the 90s, late 90s, but not as nuanced probably, and probably and also like that this would be then like 2.5 meters by, I don't know, 2.5 meters by 1.50 meters or something. Now I'm painting this that small. So then I later go again to the museum and I see like medieval art, and I realize, fuck, those medieval artists, they're still better than me. I'm nothing compared to them. Okay, they had like studio help, and they were like had like full studios working for them, like Rubens and stuff, and all these other artists we know. They're all scammers too, because Rubens had like a catering list of what you wanted to have in your paintings and stuff, and he didn't. I guess Rubens didn't paint it himself. He just had this people reading some things to him and had musicians around him, and then he was like surveilling that the others were painting. Like game recognized game. I when I did like I was part in an exhibition guided tour, and I debunked him with my knowledge and my perspective of being an artist in like a very short time. So anyways, because I don't have those resources and I'm like realness obsessed, and I have this belief sentence making my weakness like barriers to benefits. By the way, this is a small a, this is an S, as you see, another S, an E, and A, huh? Sharper here, that's an A, it's an E, stubborn, that's an S, another S, and that's another A. By the way, so I came up with the thing like, okay, barriers to benefits. I'm making myself my my barriers to my benefits. Yeah, I'm painting everything myself, which is means that I'm not coming out of the. In Germany, you say, "Du kommst nicht aus den Füßen." You don't get out of your feet. You don't get. It's like a race. The others are racing, and you're not getting forward. And this is how it looks like. Yeah, this is the thing, because you paint everything yourself. I'm going here through my sketchbook. This is I was doing like case. I wanted to probably do case. That was in the 9th of 2004. And I didn't want to focus and concentrate, but I still wanted to do something useful, and I wanted to challenge myself in doing case. And K, the word K in Germany, it sounds like car or K. It kind of like destabilized your thinking. And in the K in Germany, car, has also hidden in it the letter H. And I had like an attack on my studio a few weeks ago from some anti-white leftists. I call it an attack. I mean, I'm selling you here already, but and we should use anything they do what they do against us, like they do the opposite way, plus it's always good to call for everything the police so they are informed. And the regular police was a little bit, I mean, they're cool, respect, they know me, I know them, and we are on the same team. So I called the German political police, the police who surveils the people and controls speech and basically nudges the leftist and the religion of peace, while it tries to hinder whitey unsafe preservance. Which then also backfires on all the other whites in Europe, etc., etc. Anyways, I called them, and it was an interesting interaction. Why I'm saying this? Okay, there was a reason why I wanted to say that. And oh yes, no, I know why. And then and they pretended like they don't know me, but they did make like jokes about me not having any proper grammatic, how I write things. And I also had painted my house with things the system hates, the anti-white system hates, and I used wrong grammar and stuff like that. I can just explain this to myself, that I'm like Odin is guiding my sword in my hand, and yeah. And always when he did that, I mean, Odin is the Allfather, is God, so I benefited in the long run on ways beyond free speech. And what the political police officer on the phone, he reckoned something, and this is like the Claus Winkler effect, because it's like they always sneak something positive out of things, it doesn't matter how people think about me. There's like this, it's like it oozes through what they wanted to say or hide. And he said, I have problems with the letter H. And I don't know, like maybe it's like there's like a political terms like Seak, and then a word with H, and then 3 more other letters, which is not, you're not allowed to say in public, unless maybe you're an artist. I don't know. Or maybe, but anyways, the point is that I don't have this letter in my name, Claus Winkler. I mean, I have it phonetically there, depending on how you speak it, because a lot of times letters, how you spell or speak a letter, letters have are spoken with other letters, and they are maybe they don't necessarily have to appear in that letter, in that letter, in that font. So each letter is also a word out of other letters, and they are also working in the subconscious and stuff like that. So maybe I should paint it H, like Ha in Germany, which is interesting because it starts with an H, then you have an A in German, the German pronunciation, and then again you have an H. Why I'm talking all the time about letters? Because that's the blind spot everybody oversees, and even that, these are also letters. This is here like it's a K, that's an A, an E, and an S. This is a lake in the Eifel area. That's a rural area here. The American viewers know this probably area, because roughly in this direction would then be, digesting from this view, the Battle of the Bulge and the Ardennes. So, and in this direction would be where I'm sitting right now. So this is a rare time I'm consciously painted this a landscape. Maybe I should do that more often. Yeah, this is a sketchbook. I like this charisma, or the character each letter has. It's like the same character each toy car or Playmobil car or form vehicle had, and suggested to me and talked with me in a certain personality and telling me everything I needed to know. Yeah, this is, I did those here with Copic markers. This is like, and this was fine liner. just to so basically this could, I mean, this could technically also be like a wall. You know, say I will be this size and I would paint a wall like this. Beautiful. Would be happy. Here I trained like probably lots of small E's and A's. Let's keep you invested here into my little video showing this piece, which is a wall, a quick wall, a Seak style I painted in Münster in 1990 or 98. I think it was 1990. So you can compare a little bit. I have to work more with case. You have to remind me onto that. Just putting it here. This is probably, see, this is a door from backside from a club or from an industrial area. Let's see what we have here. Just grabbing this now. I don't know what is coming here. This is a canvas I painted. Okay. This is for some friends from England. I painted a style. It must be also, I guess 98 or something. So I could tell you to each wall lots of stories, but I don't know. I don't feel like it at the moment. This is in Eindhoven, I guess, in Holland. I painted there a C into my Seak style. So let's talk for a second about the subconscious. Today, when I did my grocery shopping, I invested in lots of shrimps. You know, not the small North Sea shrimps like this side, a little bit those which are like this side. And this is like a larger Seak as usual, painted with confidence, in an abundance mindset. I also had success. I woke up 2 women regarding the activities of certain people and how much that white women are just 2% of infertile age of the world population, and that there's a website where there's lots of flyers I'm mentioning often, which I don't want to mention here because I want to keep my account. Plus I mentioned a movie which is 12 hours long. And I mentioned that to one boomer woman, which also then later thanked me and stuff like that, because she wanted to I suggested to her she can be before me in line because she just bought like 2 packs of cigarettes and a croissant. And then it sounds very boomer, like mir geht's doch gut, like for me everything is fine. And I told her, well, usually in a situation like this I would ask her if she had how many children she had, and if she has like 4 children she can pass, and if she have less children or no children I don't let her in front of me. But I don't know, and then I started the conversation like casually, and the conversation was basically me waking her up, because she's a woman, she can't yeah, I'll say that she can't resist and getting attention. The other women, then the cashier women also, I like, hey, did you know, la-di-da-di-da, and they're like, and they are suddenly like, oh, interesting, yes, can you memorize the website, yes, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. And yeah, so I basically, why I'm telling you this is, and now I'm here grabbing this box and taking out this piece, and look what it is. It's in small e, which looks like a large shrimp or like an octopus. I also bought a few octopus tentacles. I know it's expensive. Usually I'm living over my means, or beyond my means. Yeah, and now I'm having this here. So what was before me, basically I synchronized myself with this. So how do I know that in this box this piece is? Because most of my pieces